Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Happy first of the month. Yes, we have made it to another month. It's the 5th month of the year. It is not stopping for no one. And you know what? Can June get here anyway? I was tired. I'm ready to rest a little. So I did pick up my first order, which was an Instacart batch, double batch, going about $45. In the location I'm headed to, I've shopped before, but it's not an ideal location that I would want to go to, meaning that the distance, like 15 minutes from my house, I have to get up and go to. But then I start to think about individuals who already live out far and do this. I mean, they're doing it anyway, so get out here. So I had decided to put on my layers of protection today, looking like a grease monster all over, but you never know what's happening when you step out the store, so that's where I'm at with that. We have to make a goal today in order to ensure we make a goal for the week. And yeah, I did get out 3 other days. I got out Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I decided that I was going to try to crunch in Friday. Yeah, this is tiring me out, y'all. But I'm not gonna stay on here too much long, just chit chat. I'm going to go ahead and get to the store, get this shop over with, and get me some tea, because I'm 100% sure ain't nothing out here. Well, that coffee shop is out here, so maybe I'll stop at the coffee shop and get me something before I head back home, because Papa do work today, so I do have to drop him off, and we'll do the whole thing. And I just can't wait till I'm dropping him off and not doing this and just dropping him off, because I want to run some errands. I want to do some shopping, something else other than, you know, this. All right, y'all, until next time. Okay, I am back. So that was a very, very long one for me, because one customer, she had a lot of heavy items and they were out of them, so I had to wait for her to give, you know, her replacements. So that was the first thing. And then yeah, that slowed it down. Customer A was not responsive, but when I got there, they were up and ready to grab the bag. It was supposed to be for me to check the ID for alcohol, but because she was not, or he was not, or she wasn't responding, I would say. I don't know who was responsible with responding, but they did not have the beer that they wanted, so I didn't have to scan the ID because there was no alcohol that I delivered in that order. So I'm very interested to see who was actually the one that was tipping the most, and as well as how much I'm going to get for that, because I did have to make some replacements. All in all, like I said, that it wasn't bad, and first customer lived 5 minutes away from the store. The second customer lived less than 5 minutes away from the first customer. So it was a good batch. It was a good batch overall. So like I said, that I wouldn't have picked this batch in a normal setting, because I wouldn't want to drive to a store, like 15 minutes to a store, but that's fine. I did pick up another Instacart order. It's another heavy one. It's going about $30, I believe. It does have like 40 something items, but it's on the other side. I don't want to say it's on the other side of town. It's in another city. So I'm headed back to that area that I usually shop in and do this order and then get me a break. So because I didn't give myself a break to go to that coffee shop, I guess I'll pick up some Dunkin' in a little bit. So I'll see you all when I return. I am back. I am hot. So I'm headed to this customer. Funny story. customer actually is my neighbor. So I get to go home and make my tea, eat me something, and then get back out. Papa had to catch a lift because I knew that I was going to be running, at the nick of time, and I didn't want to make him late. So I did have him catch a lift. So I'm headed to the customer's home, which is my home area. So I'm definitely going to step off of here. It was a very simple shop, and I'll put how much I actually earned with this customer. I did have to do some refunds and replacements, and we'll see what happens all in all. So I'll see y'all when I get back. Hopefully I look decent. Back. It is 1:48. I actually just finished dropping off my first order since officially being back, because I started a little bit after 1. I ran some more errands, and yeah. So the first order was McDonald's. I did have to wait, but I didn't care to I didn't do what did I need to do? I didn't mind waiting because it was near my home, and I needed to stop by my home to get the bags and material I use to do food delivery for Grubhub, Ubereats, and DoorDash. So I wasn't in a rush. I was fine. I was able to, run in, get the stuff, run back out. And so I just received my second order. I was actually wanted it to go in the opposite direction, but I went ahead and grabbed this one. And yeah, it is Firehouse subs, and I want to say it's $10 maybe. I don't know, but you'll see it, and we'll know together when I'm editing. So I have not been what have I been? I don't know. Now I'm just rambling, y'all. Let's just get to this order. I'll see y'all when I get back. Okay, I am back, and it's definitely about to close the window out. Or maybe it's not. Okay. I'm back. This is the customer's order. Very simple. It was ready. And I remember what was happening is that my mind was talking to me as I was trying to talk to y'all. And I need to get gas. And so after I drop this customer order off, that would be my next stop. So, because we should be out here in the streets like this. And I recommend y'all don't be out here in the streets like this. I just honestly kept forgetting to stop, because either like the gas station I was going, the direction, it was crowded, so I just went the other way. So I forget to stop at the gas station, but we are not going to forget. After this order, we're going there. Regardless if I take an order or not, the gas station will be the stop first. All right, until next time, in between time, peace. I am back. So when we last checked in, I was headed to another Ubereats or gas. I know I went to go get gas. I definitely went to go get gas. I did not receive another Ubereats after that. So what I did is look on Instacart, and there was one for $28 going in the direction I needed to go, because it's time to switch off the car with Papa. It's like my lips are dry. I'm sorry. Like, ooh, I remember there was a teacher who used to get upset when you put lip gloss on. She said that it was not ladylike to do that where people can see you rubbing your lips or anything. I wonder if she's still teaching. Back to the vlog. So I end up picking up a Instacart, like I said, to this area that I needed to be in, because I'll be switching off the car with Papa soon. And it was, I think, $25. And the reason why it took a little bit longer is because initially the customer contacted me because she felt like she had placed this order in twice. So while I was chatting with her, chatting with customer care, I was actually shopping, picking up items, because my first question to her, were you contacted by another shopper? And she said, no, I haven't. I said, okay. So then I'm going to continue to shop, but I'm going to chat with customer care to find out if there's another order for you. She said, okay, great. Sounds like a plan. So that's exactly what I did. And luckily there was no other shopper. She was very responsive. There was one item that it's literally breaking my heart that I couldn't get for her because it was for her grandson who has autism or who is autistic. And she said that he only likes this particular flavor. So it hurt my heart that they didn't have any in stock. And I did ask them if they had any in back. And the manager who had been stocking other areas of the store, that's who I stopped, because he was really helpful with me. And he said that they have been short-staffed this week, and so he has been pulled in all directions, and he actually unloaded the dairy truck, and that item was not on there. He said that they actually didn't get a lot of that brand into their store, and they're not sure why. But yeah, so it hurt my heart that I couldn't get that for her, for him. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and close out at this time. And did I have a goal today? I don't know if I did have a goal. A goal was to make sure I did what I needed to do, run my errands. So I did meet that goal. Well, I said I was going to do it anyway. I didn't make it to BJ's to re-up my membership, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. So in the meantime, in between time, see y'all tomorrow. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. So I got up out here and I'm just not prepared. I'm tired, but I went to go get me some Dunkin' because America runs on Dunkin'. This time we got our favorite hot because I just needed to wake up. So I did turn on DoorDash, and I got like a $5 order for McDonald's, and I wasn't going there. And so while I was in the line for Dunkin' Donuts, I decided to turn on Ubereats, and I got an order for the Starbucks that wasn't far from it. And so I picked that up, and of course I had to wait, and of course I had to instruct them how to close up this bag. I'm not really understanding why they just don't have it together at this location. And it's always like, sorry, didn't know it was a Uber, didn't know it was a Grubhub, didn't know it was a DoorDash. Like, it literally says it's on the little tag that you put on the cup. Ubereats, UE, Grubhub, GH. Don't get it. And then the guy that what he's supposed to do, he walked away, and the young lady, she didn't know what she was supposed to do. Okay, so we're gonna keep it pushing. So the customer is actually less than 5 minutes away from the location, so I'm headed to their drop off. I have their items secured in the back, and yes, we'll see what we get in today. I do need to make at least $105 to reach my stretch goal, because I do need to reach my stretch goal this week to make sure I reach every other goal that I had set for myself, including challenges. So let's get to it today. Late start, but we're gonna push it out. What is it talking about? Okay. I'm telling a story. GPS problems already. All right, see y'all. So we are back already because I got another order for that Starbucks. I put it here. And the last Starbucks order, I didn't tell y'all what the customer had. He just had like a mocha frappuccino and 2 warm cookies, which I'm not really sure if they warmed or not. Can't remember if I seen a girl go nuke them or nothing. But yeah, we headed back. Let's see what happens this time around. When they see me, they know the dealio, and they know they need to go ahead and, secure this bag for me. If not, I'll secure it myself. I got all the supplies for it. All right, I'll let you know when the customer get and how far they are when I come back. All right, I am back picking up that order. Again, it wasn't ready, but it didn't take long for the young lady to make it, and she was confused. So I hope it's the right ingredients. She had to keep asking questions about what goes into stuff. So hope it tastes good, customer. I didn't make it, so don't be trying to rate me on how it tastes, because I ain't got nothing to do with that. He did recognize me when I got back in. He was like, they must have was really close. I said, yeah. This was not far either. They're less than 7 minutes away, and they just had 2 drinks, so I'll show you that. So let me go ahead and get off of here, finish up my coffee while I'm delivering to this customer, and I'll see you when I actually get to my next location. I am back dropping off that order. The customer said they were going to update the tip in the app, which is cool. They had instructions for me to wait in the car, and I was like, well, how am I waiting in the car when I'm going to a house? But I'm not sure. But I did what I was told to do, and they were actually walking out the door when I was pulling up, so they was watching the app real close. So I hope all is well. Like I said, that one of those drinks is iffy, y'all, because she was messing up. So I was headed back to the area where, you know, people getting coffee, getting breakfast, and I did get another order. This is actually to that McDonald's, which I don't mind. Again, this is a McDonald's that secure their stuff. I hope they ain't slacked. And it's in the same area from the Starbucks. So, and we're less than 7 minutes away from the location. So, and then that customer, that street name sounds so familiar, and I think it's like literally not far from the location. But I'll let you know what the customer's getting, as well as how far I have to travel from the restaurant to the customer. All right, come, keep it up, Uber. Keep it up, Uber. Keep throwing them to me, good ones that I'm willing, so we can go ahead and make this this 105 and call it a day. All right. In the meantime, in between time, y'all, peace. So Uber won't let me be great. And I was recording, because as soon as I got to the customer's location, it overpowered my camera, turned it off, so I didn't finish what I was saying, and I really won't know what I'm saying until I edit. So basically what I was saying is that McDonald's no longer sells bagels, because I haven't ate at McDonald's in a long while. I didn't know that, first of all. So definitely showing you the customer's order at this point so you can see what the customer ordered. When I got to McDonald's, that's when I was informed by the manager. And so he said, we can put it on something else. And I said, okay, but first let me contact the customer, which is so important. Always contact the customer, because you never know, one, their dietary needs, because it's not like a list, and or their preferences. So the customer never responded when I first initiated everything. So my first thing was to actually reach out to, my next thing was to reach out to support. So I reached out to support, got George, me and him communicated. He reached out to the customer as well. In the meantime, the customer started to respond. So I guess they noticed that, hey, she's contacting me, and now they're contacting me, something's wrong. And so this is my communication with the customer, because I'm glad I waited and didn't let the manager, you know, change up the sandwich because they don't have it. I'm trying to find me a cool spot to sit right quick. And so yeah, the customer let me know the person who ordered that bagel don't like biscuits. So with that being said, we end up doing a muffins instead. So like that was the communication you should see. And in the meantime, as I've been talking, you should have been seeing footage. This is actually footage of me leaving McDonald's and getting to the customer's residency. It was less than a minute. They live less than a minute away from the restaurant. So keep it pushing, Uber. Let's see what we got going. I'm gonna sit here, get cooled down, because I'm hot. I'm probably hot because I'm drinking my coffee. Hair is a hot mess today, but we'll figure out what to do, when to do. I am back. It had slowed down on Uber after I was drinking my coffee, so I decided to turn on DoorDash and turn on Grubhub. So I had all 3 food delivery apps on at one time, okay? So 5 minutes into doing that, I received an order for from DoorDash to McDonald's, the McDonald's I just left, and I accepted it because of the distance. It wasn't literally less than 5 minutes, and I'll show you how much I'm getting paid, as well as what was in the order and how far I was away from the location. As I was trying to close out the other apps, Grubhub sent me an order for the Dunkin' Donuts, which was across the street from the McDonald's, and it was showing the same city as where we were near. So I decided to accept that as well, because y'all know how DoorDash is. I follow DoorDash all the way through, and the neat thing that I like about DoorDash is the fact that I can pause the dash. So that's what I did. I ended up pausing. I'm gonna have to put something on my lips. I ended up pausing it after I dropped that delivery. Well, I did the stop after this delivery option. So after I clicked the delivery and ended that, it stopped it, and then I went back to Dunkin' Donuts, picked up this customer order, and as soon as I picked it up, or let them know I arrived, they sent me a message thanking me. I've noticed that the customers are now communicating with us well before we communicate with them. But this customer, I'm glad, because in my mind I was like, oh, let me go ahead and run across the street, get to Dunkin' Donuts, then go to, McDonald's. And I'm like, DoorDash is tripping. Plus, I didn't know how far in the city this customer was, and luckily I decided not to, because this customer is actually in the city. So it is 15 minutes away from the location of the Dunkin' Donuts, so that's where we're headed to. I do not recommend you having more than 2 apps open at the same time, and honestly, Ubereats is the dominant one. Okay, Ubereats will overpower all until you make a decision if you're going to decline or accept. Ubereats will not move out of the way. I am back from dropping off that last Grubhub order. I didn't receive anything from Grubhub right away. Now, did I receive something? Oh no, I left Grubhub on. I didn't turn on DoorDash until I got closer to the city, and I turned on DoorDash. I didn't receive anything, but I did receive a Grubhub order, and that's what I'm currently on. I'm headed to McDonald's to pick up this order, not the McDonald's I've been to all this morning, another one, and I just paused DoorDash. After this order, I need $50 to call it quits. So I am going to actually close out the vlog right now, and we'll see if I continue on after this, or did I call it a day. In time, we will see. The next video will be what I've earned for the week. Thank you for joining. Peace out. In order to find out what I earned for the week, we first must find out what I earned in each platform, starting with the platform I earned the least in, which was Shipt. No, I did not do any Shipt orders this week. I just received a $10 tip from past week's shopping. And so sometimes that happens, and this customer is actually the 2nd or 4th customer. So I'm not sure if it was included, or the type of payment separated, or they actually went back in and placed a tip. The next app that I worked in was in DoorDash, and that was for a total of $14.25 for 2 orders. The next platform was Grubhub, and it was $55.23. The delivery pay was $31. The tips was $24.23. That was for a total of, I think, about 5 orders. Additionally, there is an order where it says removed. I actually sent an email to actually appeal that, because I shouldn't be penalized for something that was out of my control. So I'm just waiting back to hear from Grubhub and see if they make any changes. The next app or platform that I worked in was Ubereats, and Ubereats total was $85.05 for a total of 8 trips, 4 hours and 59 minutes, and a percentage of 87% of the customers actually tip. Now, and it's loading, and I believe when I accepted this order it was like $7.41. Okay, it says I accepted the trip at $7.42. And so that customer did go back in and up the total. So I'm going to click on send thanks to the customer, because sometimes I always do, not sometimes, but always do that. But I sometimes don't do until the next day. The last app in the app that I earned the most in was, you got it, Instacart. $200.17 for 6 batches. The Instacart payment was $73.87, and the tips was $126.30. Instacart was interesting this week because I actually shopped for the same customer twice in one day. They were actually grouped together. On Sunday, customer A was grouped with another customer, and then the second order they were grouped with 2 other customers. First time around she was responding, the second time she wasn't, but I didn't get any bad reviews, so it looks like we're good to go. So the total earnings for the week is $364.70. Yes, we exceeded our weekly goal. We exceeded our stretch goal. I'm so happy about that. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to be part of my village. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To all my returning subscribers, thank you. Everyone, hit that thumbs up, and please share this with your family, your friends, and your coworkers. Peace out.